being great is doing something that, no one can do, but also what separates those people, the ones you mentioned, like LeBron, or like what I'm thinking of with MJ or Gretzky, it's just the duration. They're able to do it not just for 1 year or not just for one game, or not just for a little spell, is that they're able to do it for a number of years and accumulates highlights that we will always look at, and they're peppered in our memories.
Brady to the end zone, and Tompkins! Hogan!
Wayne Gretzky in on goal. Shoots, scores in overtime.
James, catch, fire, ball game! He did it! LeBron James wins it for Cleveland!
Gives to Jordan. Jordan to the circle, puts the shot in the air. Good! The game's over, and the Bulls have won.
To dominate something is one thing. Every player out here can have one good week, and blow away the field. Okay, great. Now, can you do it for a month? Can you do it for a year? No, do it for a decade. Do it for a decade plus.
When I can look at someone that's been performing at a high level for a long period of time, you've got LeBron James approaching 2 decades of being at the top of the NBA. You've got Tom Brady, who's been at the top of the NFL for 2 decades. You have somebody like Warren Buffett. You have somebody like Jeff Bezos, Jay-Z. There's a list of people that have constantly and consistently reinvented themselves and found ways to still stay relevant and stay atop of their craft, even though the world has changed considerably in the last several decades.
There's a lot of different elements that lead you to, different levels of success. And I think for me, I've always tried to be very consistent and dependable, and knowing that the team was going to get a certain level of performance out of me every day, not just in the games, but in practice as well, because they need to count on me and they got to trust me. It's something that's really earned, and I think you got to show up every day with a great attitude, with a great commitment to winning. There's really no days off, and that carries from spring workouts, summer workouts, Wednesday during week 4, or it could be the week of the Super Bowl. There's an intensity to what we're trying to accomplish, and if you want to be truly great, you've got to bring it every day.
I look at somebody like Dr. Dre in the hip hop community. I'm 46 years old. So when NWA first came out on a cassette tape, I was in 8th grade. That's 1988. And here, fast forward 3 decades, Dr. Dre is still just as relevant in the space as he was 30 years ago.
The secret to my longevity, I think, is the fact that I'm a perfectionist. It ain't about who has the flyest car, who has the most jewelry, It ain't about that. It's about saving and preparing yourself for when your ain't happening no more, Because it's going to happen sooner or later. You never know when, When Dr. Dre falls off, if and when that happens, I'm cool. I'll never have to touch another button as long as I live, straight up. I'm cool.
Another area that I love to study and enjoy is stand-up comedy. And when I look at a stand-up comedian that has been funny for 2+ decades and is still, they're putting out Netflix specials when they started this craft 20 or 30 years ago, is really, really impressive to me.
We had an equipment manager at Michigan. He had a lot of Big Ten championship rings, and he would always say, what ring is my favorite one? My favorite ring is the next one. The next one. That's what it's all about.
Of the traits that I try to emulate and aspire to have, longevity is one of them. I don't know that I'll still be a keynote speaker and an author 30 years from now, but I certainly hope I'm making a contribution to the world, and I hope that I'm, being of service to others, and I'm hoping that I'm relevant 30 years from now. In what form that'll take, I don't know, but that takes constant work.